Okay, what's going on, y'all? This is Ray Dimes, and I'm here to get my prediction on what happened that night in Las Vegas on the Strip, Flamingo and Covo Roads. And I got a little diagram set up right here as far as the ins and outs and the errors that I see on this, how this panned out. All right, first we're going to get down to the setup. This is how the setup was before everything escalated. When everybody pulled up at the red light at Covo and Flamingo Road. Okay. To the front, you got in the red car, it's K-Love. Behind him, you have the black BMW with Tupac and Shug. Behind him, on the way proceeding to at the light, you got the bodyguard and outlaws, and you got Trayvon Lane, and then you got the girls. So the way it went was that the girls pulled up. She heard them, Tupac was in the BMW. The girls end up pulling up beside Tupac and them to chat with them. Now, as the bodyguard tries to move up, they say that Trayvon Lane had cut them off to get over to the left lane. So he ended up over here behind the girls. That gave the bodyguard and outlaws to move up behind Suge and Tupac at the light, okay? Now, by all this going on, you know, the girls hollering at Tupac and Suge said that they would meet them in Club 662. So the girls proceeded to move up on the left lane right beside K-Love, who was actually in the second lane. That gives Trayvon Lane moves up behind them. So at the same time while all this is going on, the white Cadillac pulls up. Creeping, this is what they said. The white Cadillac pulls up right and directly beside Tupac and Shug. Shots rang out. They started shooting up inside the BMW. Tupac get hit 4 times. When the gunshots goes off, the girls in the car over in the first lane, they take off. K-Love, when the white Cadillac proceeded to go and turn, made a left turn into Covo Road and took off. You see when they turned that, they was in the third lane when they turned. Then they said that K-Love bust the left down Covo chasing after them, is what they said. Now, Tupac and Shug zoomed off, made a U-turn, going back down Flamingo Road. The bodyguard and outlaws did also the same thing. They both turned around and went back the other way down Flamingo Road. Trayvon Lane would already pulled off. He pulled right off after the girls pulled off. So that was with them having it. Now I'm gonna take you to part 2 to this, and we're gonna go to the setup, and I'm gonna show you how I see an error and then something wasn't right on that street that night. I'm back. We're going to part 2 to this right here. Now, you see as I got it set right back up again. Okay, where I'm saying where some errors at is what was said by Tupac's bodyguard about K-Love. He recommended to say that K-Love do not ride front when he had an entourage. He don't ride front. Tupac and Suge always ride front. So actually, the diagram was supposed to be like him not there, Tupac and Suge supposed to be right here. And the bodyguard and Tupac outlaws was supposed to be right here. Where they put K-Love, I don't know, man. Maybe he should have put him beside Tupac and them to box them in. Well, I say that because it would have been a better shot for them, for that Cadillac not to roll up on them like he did. But it's just something kind of awkward about that, because why would you have this to the point where you would have a third lane wide open? That don't even make sense. This whole lane right here, this is the third lane. This is the third lane. The whole lane was open. So we want to bag it up, put them right here, put them right here, put them right here. That whole third lane is open, man. You see that? The whole third lane was open. Ain't no way that Cadillac was supposed to roll up on them like that, man. Ain't no way that Cadillac was supposed to roll up on them like that. Vice versa was saying that if that was supposed to be an open third lane, so Tupac's bodyguard and Outlaws, why wasn't y'all on the third lane beside them? This lane here is a turning lane. You can turn in this lane here. So y'all left a third lane open. If the bodyguards, if the bodyguard and Outlaws had been planted right here, that white Cadillac would have never got them. You see what I'm saying? They wouldn't have had no advantage to ride up right up on them. You see where Tupac and them are? Right here in the middle. This is the BMW. This is the bodyguard and Outlaws, and this is the white Cadillac. Think about it. White Cadillac wasn't even in the turning lane when they shot up the BMW. That's because the bodyguard and Outlaws was behind them, and they was in the third lane. So the gunshots rained out in the third lane because they left a third lane open. So that allowed the Cadillac to ride right up on them and fire up in the BMW. It don't make sense. Now, the way it should have been, I'm just going to say this is how it should have been. K-Love shouldn't have been in front of Tupac and Shug, because since the bodyguard said he rides, Shug and them always ride front. And this is how the diagram was supposed to be in there. I would recommend it saying put K-Love right beside them. So that means you have all them boxed in. That when they get the assets where the Cadillac wouldn't even have a chance to even pull up behind them. The Cadillac wouldn't have got no shots off. You know why? Because Tupac and Shug are boxed in the middle lane. They up front at the light. The white BMW, the white Cadillac can't get to them. This is where the white Cadillac will end up in. The white Cadillac would end up right here, right behind K-Love. Right next to the bodyguard and the Outlaws. Trayvon over there, way over there in the left lane with the girls in the left lane up by the light. If it had been like this, Tupac would have never got shot. The car would have never got shot up. You see what I'm saying? So, and then I got another angle. It's whichly moved the Cadillac. This is what it could have been. It went this way also. Now, bagging it up, putting Tupac in them right here, K-Love right here. Also, another way the car couldn't have got shot up, you would have the bodyguard right here beside Tupac and them. The Cadillac wouldn't have had a chance then. The Cadillac would have had to move right over. They would have had a chance to get him. Only way they would have had a chance if they would have got out the car, but that wouldn't have been possible because you got them right there. But you got to look at it too. They had no guns. You know why? Because Reggie Wright Jr. told them, don't bring no weapons. Don't bring no guns. Think about that. Why did he tell them not to bring no guns? Why did Tupac not have his vest on? You see what I'm saying? So something seems awkward, wrong here with this setup and this entourage on Flamingo Road that night. This is not how it's supposed to went. There's two ways and there's two errors to this. That car, that BMW was supposed to be blocked in twice. This angle, and it's supposed to be in this angle. K-Love, Tupac, the girls, Trayvon Lane, the bodyguard, and the Outlaws. White Cadillac would have never had no chance. This is Ray Dimes. Push the like button. Leave comments at the bottom. I'm out.